The next one is you shall make bricks without straw. What happened is Moses asked Pharaoh to leave the slaves alone. And instead, Pharaoh was mad at them. So he decided to punish them even more. And he said, you shall make bricks without straw. Otherwise, you're gonna get harsh punishment. So what the chosen people did is they start to make brick without straw. This is just to say that you can literally make the impossible possible by trusting in God. Because the people that Moses was trying to free, it was an order from God. God told Moses, free those people. And Moses asked Pharaoh, let me free those people. But Pharaoh didn't let them go. He made them a harsh punishment. So what God did is God was directly helping those people. So even though they were ordered to make bricks without straw, they were still able to make bricks. That's exactly how the story goes. And it might have happened thousands of years ago, but it's still applicable in today's life. It can be applicable in your job, your relationship, in your career. The reason is most of us, we think that we need a lot of requirements to get the job we want, not knowing that if you just give emotion to yourself enough times, God will create a path for you to get that job without those requirements. Simple as that. I know it sounds crazy, but let me explain it to you. The reason it seems like you don't know how you're gonna be successful or how you're gonna make it or how you can get out of any situation you're in is because your mind was conceived to be limited. When Adam and Eve, they were in the garden and they ate that apple, they got separated from God. God is the superconscious. And by eating that apple, that's how they got just the mind, not the superconscious. But God did not cut you off forever. He still gave you a bridge to reach him. That is the subconscious mind. So your mind is limited. The superconscious is unlimited. So in order for you to reach the superconscious, you first need to get through the subconscious. And what is the subconscious? The subconscious is emotion. It comes down to that. That's why it's talking about seek ye first the kingdom of God and all these things shall be added to you. Whatever you want, find the emotional equivalent to it, and then eventually it will reach the superconscious. As soon as you reach the superconscious, God's gonna send you a message through your intuition. You can start to take action, and then reality will change. But it will never change if you don't seek the emotion first. You seek the emotion, and then you get access to the superconscious. It's the superconscious that will help you get out of any situation you're in, because your mind is limited. And again, I'm gonna use myself as an example so you can clearly understand it. For example, when I was in the country where I was born, a third world country, Madagascar, I only saw lack, right? It didn't make sense to my mind how I'm gonna get out of there. Now I'm in America, right? There's literally like 2 oceans and 2 continents separating those countries. I didn't know how I would get here. So in my mind, I was like, I don't know, right? But emotionally, I always felt that I can do it. How? Because I just used my imagination. I didn't use nothing else. I didn't start to look on the internet how to do this or how to do that. I went straight to the core source. I went straight to the subconscious mind. I went straight to the emotion. How would I feel if I was not in this country? That's exactly how I got out of it. Because the superconscious was the one doing all the work. Remember, the battle is God, not yours. And your only job is to find the emotion, and then you let God solve your problem. And the way you solve the problem, it's not just gonna fall from the sky. You cultivate the emotion equivalent of whatever you want, and then you will reach the superconscious. The superconscious will reach to you through your intuition. As soon as you get that intuition, now you can start to take action. You take action, your reality will shift. Simple as that. It doesn't get more complicated. Reality is actually very easy to understand, but because of the fact that your mind is limited, it always seeks to understand what's impossible to understand. That's why even in the spiritual space in general, or manifestation, or quantum physics, whatever you want to call it, it seems so complicated with all those graphs and all those astrology signs and everything. It looks so complicated, but it boils down to this. Understand your mind is limited, so don't even try to understand how you're gonna make it. Just feel the emotion, and then later on, you're gonna have the intuition. As soon as you get the intuition from the superconscious, now you can start to take action. And your action will not just get wasted. Because I'm sure you've tried your best, but you still failed. The reason is because you didn't tap into the superconscious. All you have to do is tap into the superconscious by using your subconscious. You use your subconscious by cultivating the emotion. How do you cultivate the emotion? Just with imagination. It's simple. It's so simple. That's all you have to do. And then watch, you will get it. It was already written 1,000 years ago. You just gotta replicate it. The only book you need to be successful is the Bible. But if you do not have outside knowledge and you just read the Bible straight away, you're not gonna really understand this. I spent like 10 years of my life just reading the Bible. I read it 13 times. And I still didn't understand this concept right here. It's only when I came upon the esoteric, that's only then that it made sense. But you don't need to go to the esoteric or anything like that. I'm already explaining to you how it works. And it came straight from the Bible. And there's one more concept you need to understand to make everything click.